Hey everyone, I'm going to do kind of a comparison between two different tires. I've been asking for information. Unfortunately, I'm not getting it online. Um, so it's an unscientific, if you will, test of tires to see which one I think is a better tire. It'll likely go on my road racer, but I'm going to actually test them using my Apache, which is a heavier vehicle. Let me talk about the tires first. These here are GRP S5s. They look like really nice tires. They definitely feel like they would not balloon at all because it doesn't even feel like there's cushion in them. If there is any cushion, it doesn't feel like it. Um, these are the new rims, new tire design, so I'm going to give those a try, see how they work. They feel soft, like I can put my nail into them pretty easy, but when you're not pushing your nail and just touching them, they feel kind of hard. Whereas I also ordered a set of Apex tires. Now these here feel grippy even to slide my thumb across compared to the other ones. They are much softer. They definitely have some kind of foam in them. Like you can see the compression. I can compress down on them, whereas the other ones don't do that. So I don't know which one's going to be better. They got different treadwear designs. Let me move this here on the side so hopefully you can see them. There's one. There's the other, so you can see there. To see if I can do it this way, maybe where you can see them a little better. I don't know if you can see them really well. Well, there are definitely two different tread designs on here. Let's see if I can get there. Okay, there you go. You can see one, and then there's the other. There you go. So if that can give you a difference there. So that's the difference in the tire treads. As I said, this one feels more grippy just running my thumb across it than these do. These almost have a drift tire feel. They're pretty stiff. Now, I've used the S7 compound before from GRP in the past. Here's one, fortunately, here's a blown tire, but this is a tire I blew recently, which is why I bought these. However, this one's compound feels more like the Apex. When I rub my finger across it, feels more like the Apex than they do the GRPs, and these are GRPs. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there in terms of which is better, which is not, and I wish I had a good set of an old set of GRPs to test, but I'm going to do this a very simple way to test it. I'm basically going to put a table on an angle and see which tire holds it up better, which takes longer to slide, or which one slides as far. Nothing very scientific, but it's something to at least get a general idea. Then once I get a chance to actually take them on the road, I'll give them both a try and let you know what I think of them. Some differences right off the bat. Of course, you can see here that they're nearly the same width. The GRPs are slightly taller than the Apex. These are your Apex, the yellow, or the GRP. So it's slightly wider than the Apex. Rim design, of course, is different. They both feel kind of strong. A little bit of flex in these. I can pinch them a little bit compared to these. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad sign when it comes to road tires. I'm more of an off-road racer, so this is kind of a off-road. I'd like a little bit softer, something that's going to flex a little bit, so that way in case of big bumps it helps absorb it. Some people don't like that. I happen to like it, whereas these would be very stiff. So I'm not sure which ones would do better on-road versus off-road. The sidewall, you can see, is considerably different. Very low profile compared to these. As I said, these GRPs feel like they don't have any padding. It feels like the rubber's glued directly to the rim. In this case, there's definitely some kind of padding because you can see that I can pinch it here. It is very hard padding, so it's fairly stiff, but we'll see what happens. Now let me show you how I'm going to do the test. Alright, quite simply, I put a couple of arrows through the rims, and these here are just the ones that are on my Apache. I'm using an Apache C1 Flux, no battery, and all I'm doing is I'm turning the wheels so that way that they lock up. Okay? Same on the back. This is a plastic table. It has been cleaned, so it's fairly slippery. And it's your standard height. I didn't put any kind of lifters on it or anything. I'll get you the angle. I guess I'll have to figure it out mathematically because I don't have a protractor. So I'll try and get that information for you, and I'll post it in a little bit. Okay, so the idea is, you can see there's a ruler going down the center. Starts off with 0. I mean, with 0 to 1 right there at the end. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put the car right on the end. I'm going to put the car right on the end and let it go and see how long it takes to get to the bottom. I'm going to try and time it. Of course, the assumption is if it takes longer, the tires are more grippy, therefore probably a grippier tire. Now, again, this is not scientific, but it gives a general idea. I'm hoping that both tires will not let it slide all the way down like these just did. The ones I have on my Apache now are very hard tires for cement, so I didn't expect it to grab very well at all. I'm hoping with the other ones that are supposedly more grippy, that'll get more traction and it either won't slide down or it'll slide down much slower. Alright, you can see I have my Hunter arrows going through the tire rims there, going through the rims here, just again to keep them from turning. They won't turn. So in essence it's like slamming on the brakes. I'm going to time now and see how long it takes to slide down 5 feet of table. Alright, let's set this up. Okay, I have my stopwatch ready. I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to get it up right on the edge. And 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. Took about 1 second, a little over a second, to slide to the bottom. Let's actually do it a second time. Let's make sure. Okay. Clock is zeroed out. Right on the edge. 1, 2, 3, go. Again, about 1.4. Let's try it with a different set of tires. Alright, I've switched out the tires. Again, I have the arrows going through, which doesn't permit them to turn. So we're going to see how long it takes with the Apex tires. Alright, I've zeroed everything out. I'm going to give it a try again. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I think these are much grippier, and just in case you think I'm holding them someplace, I'm going to slide it further down the table. Look at that. What a difference. I think it stopped. Oh, no, it's still sliding down. Well, I'm at 40 seconds, so I'm going to stop here. Obviously, it doesn't look like it's moving very much, or it's moving so slow, it doesn't make a difference. So if you were to ask me, it looks like the Apex tires are definitely much more grippier than the GRP S7s. Now, to be fair, excuse me, S5s. To be fair, GRP does have softer tires. I don't know where these Apex fall. They call them SuperSoft. So what I may have to do to try this again is try them again with a SuperSoft tire. Well, looking at my basic test, the simple, as I said before, apparently the Apex tires, which I'm looking here and I'm just confirming, they do say SuperSoft, They are really grippy tires. For being so inexpensive, I thought they gave a lot of grip. The GRP tires don't seem to have as much grip, but they definitely give me the feel as if they would not or will not balloon. As I said, it feels almost as if the rubber is glued directly to the rim, whereas the apex does have some kind of cushion in it, but it makes a world of difference if you're looking for traction. The apex are definitely a lot more traction that's offered versus the S5s. I may have to try a pair of the GRPs in the SuperSoft, I want to say it's S1s, to see how they compare to the Apex SuperSoft. Because these here are, when I look at it, their S5 is considered medium. So yes, it is a harder tire, probably much better for speed runs than these. This seems like it'll be more of a pavement kind of tire, whereas this probably will be much better for a smooth and well-maintained track. So I don't know, we'll find out as I progress. I'll try and update you guys as I do this more and more so you know what's going on. Thanks, and I hope that this simple little test, as unscientific as it was, gave you guys some ideas. Take it easy. Bye-bye.